Hello, hello, friends and flippers alike. How are we all doing today, everyone? Hopefully we're all doing well. It's been a minute since I've streamed on the channel, but it hasn't been a minute since I've streamed because just earlier today, those of you who saw it, thank you for coming out, but those of you who are unaware, I did a collaboration with Bali Unc, who is in the chat right now. What's up, Scott? Where I sent him a package for him to open on his stream, and it was a pretty fun little stream. So if you're interested, go check out the VOD for that over on his channel. But for right now, what up? It's me. It's the guy. I apologize. It's been so long since I have last streamed. To be honest with you, it was a pretty long week, and the one time that I was actually interested in streaming, Scott was already scheduled to stream, so the streaming hasn't really been, I haven't really been focusing on content outside of Blade Bias at all lately. Just a very long week. Not a particularly bad one, but just, man, it was so long and annoying. I hope you all had a better week, though. A lot of stuff has happened since the last time I streamed, so you guys are going to have to maybe guide me through some of the things that you want to talk about, because I totally forget what has happened between today and the last time that I streamed. There's probably been a lot. But first, let's get into greetings. What's up, Grim, Spark, Hunter, Cruz, Scott, Mid, Reza, Flipping Side, Ted? What's up, Ted? You gotta find an OG Nabali's G10 to show him. Yeah, true. That would have been cool. Although that would have even been cheaper than where the vault is right now. You gotta find like an original Morse or something like that if you want that exact price point. Yeah, the old G10 trainer was much cheaper than the vault, so it's not, that's why I sent the Arctic to Scott. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, I'll give you context in a second, but that's why I sent the glider Arctic to Scott, to kind of show him that, you know, 4 years ago we didn't have things like the cheese. We had the Arctic, and the Arctic was twice the price of the cheese or the Vulp, Teflon Vulp, or anything like that. You're not really missing out on much, Grim. It's just, it was just decent for the time. It's nothing that's going to impress you today. Especially with the way that the bearings were on those. Yeah, it was like the OG recommendation. Entry points, there's not many things as low as $20 and $30. And that's the thing, that kind of still is the entry point to this day, if they actually still sold it. Also, Ted, we'll have to see what happens. It'll be fun. What's up, Scott? How you doing? No, Steven, I should say. Steven Scott. Pinch you like crazy. It was pretty handle biased, and those old cheap bearing knives just were not very smooth. Like, you're not talking about a good bearing in modern day. You're talking about something that you can like kind of feel it. You can feel that it's rolling in there, and it's not rolling particularly smoothly. Just got my Nabalis Canyon False Edge. I hope you enjoy. It's a great Balisong. I had one of the old G10 Amazon trainers that Will recommended. So then you've tried it. Zippy does have great bearings. Yes. But certainly the old cheap Amazon Balisongs were not like zippy bearing smooth. So chat, in case you're wondering context about what I've been talking about, earlier today, and by earlier I mean like an hour ago, I went live with the wonderful Bali Unc, or Scott, to have him unbox a package that I sent him in the mail because he was interested in doing a little bit of a collab thing. So I said, you know what? I got you. You want to try something from my collection? He was like, that would be pretty cool. And so that eventually evolved into me thinking, I'm just going to send this guy a bunch of cool shit for him to try. And that is what this stream was. So I basically took him through, showed him everything, talked through it, and that was it. It was actually a far shorter stream than I expected, which is not a bad thing by any means. But that was fun. If you're interested in checking that out, I know my camera is like 240p. It's technically my fault since I suggested we do a Discord screen share instead of anything else. So the Discord compression really got us on that one. I'm not sure if my internet was to blame or if Scott's internet was to blame for it being like particularly grainy, but it doesn't matter. You could still see me. I should send him a Zyzix to show how top tier it gets. There was a period of time where I was thinking maybe I would do that, but I can't. I had already sent him so much stuff that's like pretty important to my collection. Things like the Kraken trainer and the Stitch, that if I also sent the Seraph in there and then something happened to that package, dude, I would have never been able to get any of that back. And he's also excited to check out Blade Show, so I didn't want to rob him of like all of his Blade Show experience with a single package. Or at least not the... obviously, you can't do that with a package, but like trying things at Blade Show. Glider is one of the most fun flippers I'm playing with right now. Really? I didn't even send you the Arctic with the intention that you would like... or the expectation that you would even like it. It was more just like a... I don't even know. It was more just like a, hey, this is what it used to be like. You're lucky I'm not taking a nap right now. I thought you would be taking a nap, to be honest with you. Yeah, Pyro, it was on his channel. It was on his channel. I sent him a whole wine tasting, if you will, of Balisongs for him to try for my collection. Oh, that was bad. Rest in peace. Also, what's up, Pyro? It's been a minute. It's been a minute, bro. Yeah, Ted. I get it, though. It's expensive to go to East, especially for you. Still have no idea where I'm staying for East. East always sneaks up on me, and I need to get it through my thick skull that it's 3 months away right now. As we're talking about this, it is 3 months away. It is time to start getting on that stuff and not do it 2 weeks in advance like I normally do. So you know what? While I'm even thinking about it... Blade Show is 3 months away. Are you not excited, bro? I guess, yeah. How's your semi-retirement treating you, Pyro? I do not have the I do not have the money to book anything right now. Thankfully, I'm not going to say the money is the least of my worries, but compared to figuring out where I'm going to stay and the logistics of what is all going to happen, yeah, it's probably the least pressing thing, which is very nice. I got plans. You got plans? The real Blade Show is sooner than that? The real Blade Show, my ass. Texas? The smallest Blade Show of all of them? When is Blade Show Texas, actually? Isn't that like 2 weeks from now? Oh, March 20th to 21st. It's like a month away. Okay. MK says hi. Hi, MK. Hello. Jack is going to Texas. Okay. It's about the size of the boat. I think you mean it's not about the size of the boat. But, I mean, if it is about the size of the boat, then yeah, Texas just ain't cutting it, man. I know what you meant. I guess you do normally go to... I didn't think you would be making the trip all the way out to Texas on retirement. You know, considering your Unc status now. You're collecting Social Security on your Balisong stuff. I didn't think you'd want to make the trip. Your 80-year-old back. Retired back. Alright, well, I'll see you guys later. It was fun while it lasted. The AARP pyro. Oh, man. Yeah, Texas is the... I always say this. I have nothing against Texas, but Texas is the Blade Show that I prioritize the least. If I was going to any other Blade Show that wasn't East, it would absolutely be West. Yeah, there's not many Bally's at Texas. It's really just the it's just the thing. It's just the squid, and then it's the people, which people is good, but we've had Fellowship and Squid. You've had Fellowship. Fellowship shouldn't... Why would Fellowship have a booth? What's up, Remshi? How you doing? Got some stuff coming up. I made my proper goodbye with my edits and filmography for now. I have some other stuff I haven't signed up on yet. That's your hint. Huh. Interesting. Gaming? No, you're not, Remshi. I know for a fact you're not gaming. Fellowship did have a table 2 years ago. That makes sense, but recently doesn't make sense. That's my secret cap. Are you? Are you really? I'll tell you, since I got this new job I'm working at, I have played one video game. I've opened one video game on Steam in February, and it's a demo from Steam Next Fest called The Loopler. And it's literally just about driving a car in a circle. And you get points when it goes in a circle. And it's like a roguelite. It's like a number goes up roguelite, but it's super fun. Was that job going? It's a job. I can't say it's going well. I also can't say it's like the worst thing ever, but have you ever wanted to know how to improve? Oh, I know what you're planning, Pyro. I have wanted to know that. You know, I've been working on my flipping a little bit this year. I've been flipping a little bit more outside of just blade bias stuff. I don't know, maybe you've noticed a little bit of a change in my flipping on blade bias. Maybe you haven't. I don't fucking know. Yeah, Atlanta is crazy. Atlanta's the one to stretch for if you can. What's your new job? Nope. Sorry. Would you go to Blade Show West? I always say I never actively plan to go to Blade Show West, so don't expect me there anytime soon. But it's not a 0 chance. It is not like I will never go to Blade Show West. There is a chance I go there. But that entirely depends on so many different factors in my life that I'm not going to get into. But I'm never going to say no to showing up to Blade Show West. I'm just saying don't expect me to be there. Especially since a ticket over there from the East Coast is freaking hundreds of dollars. East is better for knives, West is better for community interaction. I don't know. East is pretty damn good for community interaction. I mean, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just biased, but I feel like Will and Brandon make up a large part of the amazing community interaction that you get at East. Ethan says he won't come to Blade Show, Texas, but the truth is he was banned there after the incident. Yeah, back in '99. Scott, you said something else that I didn't respond to. I'm sorry. Oh, did Brandon finalize his trip back to New Zealand, or is he coming to Blade Show, Texas? I mean, I hope I'm not leaking anything by saying this, but Brandon just posted a story from New Zealand, didn't he? I think I saw that on his story. So yeah, I would say it's a hard no for Brandon. I obviously won't speak for him, but I'm pretty sure he's in New Zealand as we speak. West is more intimate. Okay, that's fair. Because yeah, last year was probably the first time I ever felt with East that I just didn't have enough time. I usually feel like I don't have enough time, but like it's usually okay because I usually get enough interaction with the people I want. Last year at East, I just did not. There were so many people that at the end of it, I was like, dude, I barely even talked to you and I feel awful about that and I wish I could have talked to you more. West is the same, but not overstimulating. Okay, I mean, that sounds sick. Sounds nice. But I do kind of enjoy the hustle and bustle of East a little bit. It's like a vacation in the sense that, I don't know. It's like a vacation in the sense that I'm busy, but it's not like a bad busy. I enjoy feeling busy, but I don't enjoy feeling like stressed out busy. Or like deadline busy. I guess I should be saying I enjoy having things to do. And East is just a lot of things to do. Should I make a clip with someone? Go for it, man. Why is Pyro saying that East is overstimulating? I'm pretty sure I was assured that East was a calm and relaxing scene. Scott, who lied to you? I'm so sorry, but I don't think I've ever heard anyone describe East, Blade Show East, the #1. The #1 event in the Balisong hobby, period. Whoever described that to you as calm and relaxing completely lied to you, and I'm so sorry. I got you, Ted. That makes sense. That makes sense. What's up, Banks? How you doing? How's my goat flipper doing? Just got my cat because of your review. Been loving it. The balance is on point. Hell yeah, dude. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Why are you? You're not a fraud, Banks. You're the greatest ever do it. Did you say the cat was good? I said it was good. It's not my favorite Nabali's thing ever, but like I don't hate it. I don't know. Why are you gonna tell me that's just like the worst fucking thing ever? Are we all Unc flippers now? How does the durability of Teflon Balisongs like the cat compare to the rest? Well, they're all made out of the same aluminum. So in terms of like physical durability, then they're all the same. But in terms of cosmetic durability, the Teflon coating will chip easier than a typical anodization. What's your opinion on the cat, Pyro? I'm assuming you don't like it because there's not enough ass weight. That's my guess. Because that's basically what I said, that I was missing a little bit of momentum in the handles. Okay, hold on. Oh, no. I'm going to flip it again and tell you in 2 minutes. Fair enough. Do you know if Blade Show proxies charge outrageous amounts? I'm pretty sure most of them do. If you're not dealing with someone who just buys something at Blade Show and then immediately sells it for $5,000 upcharge. Seems like Nabali's is slowly transitioning all their aluminum bellies to 7075. Have there been any other than the Teflon ones? Because from my point of view, it seems like they're transitioning all of their Teflon bellies to 7075, which doesn't make any sense to me because it doesn't matter how durable the underlying aluminum is. It's the Teflon coating that's going to take a beating whenever you drop it. What's up, Tex? But it entirely depends on who you're going through. I wish 7075 is denser, you mong, makes the balance difference. I know, it's what I've been saying this whole time. It's the whole point I've been making since talking about the 7075 aluminum in the first place, that it's going to change the balance because it's heavier. But I'm saying if they stop buying 6061, it means they can buy more in bulk, so it's cheaper for them to buy material. Fair, I guess. And I mean, it's at no cost to us, so it doesn't matter. But if it was the sort of thing where they increased the price for the more durable, denser aluminum, I would have been like, I think that kind of, I don't really care, man. Like the cheese, I don't think needs more handle weight. I think the cheese is pretty good where it's at. I am interested to see if they transition the Vulp to 7075, and then if that fixes the Vulp at all. That'll be interesting. I don't think it will, but maybe. They're upgrading the Reverie to 7075. I didn't even know that. Did they still make the Reverie? I thought the Reverie was still kind of just coasting off of old stock. The Reverie 7075, that makes sense. I didn't see that email. So, okay. They're actually changing pretty much everything to 7075. That's cool. The cheese would be awesome with more ass weight. I'm sure it would be, but I just really like the cheese how it is, man. I have been non-stop flipping the cheese for like the past month, and I just love it. I don't want them to change it, but I guess it doesn't super matter because I have the one that I need. Although I guess I can't get the blue one anymore. It's going to feel different. Oh well. Get more ass weight on the cheese with zippy end caps. True. I've been non-stop flipping the spider knife. Why? What? Scott, of all of the Balisongs that I sent you, why are we flipping the cheese? Or not the cheese, sorry. Why are we flipping the spider knife? Ethan, is your favorite Balisong the cheese? No, my favorite Balisong is not the cheese. It's my favorite beginner Balisong, yes, but it's not my favorite overall Balisong. It's just the Balisong I've been flipping the most. Any tips for getting into the choker fan? Dude, the only way I can get into the choker fan is with my fanning. Like, my fan to choker fan, that's the only way I know how to get into a choker fan. Cheese is the best in Bali's product, though, easily. Yes, sir. I agree completely. It's got an oddly satisfying fan. That's what I'm saying, Scott. That's... You go back and you watch my spider knife videos. It kind of fans well. And I hate to say it, but it kind of does. Cat needs more ass weight plus weight distribution is wonky. That was basically my takeaway, is that despite the fact that it has steel screws, it has the least end weight of any of the Nabalis's stuff, it feels like. And I am not a huge fan of it, but I'd probably put it like maybe on the level of the Teflon Vault, maybe slightly below. It's just kind of weird. Can you do a thumb rollover or helix into choker fan? Oh, you can do. You're recommending for that one guy. I guess you can if you like know how to do that. I can't. I can't get the momentum to get an actual choker fan going. The cheese is so good, Pyro. I'm saying, dude. Pyro, do you have the Kite 1.5? Because you are the one person that I have been waiting to hear about opinions on it. Because I know you liked the original. It's fire. It's so good. They fixed it. So good. Going back and flipping the original and now flipping the 1.5, it's like, oh my god. What did they do? This is like crack now. The only thing that I don't like is that they gave me a live blade. I was really hoping for the bottle opener trainer because the live blade has gotten me multiple times on my fingers. Does the Kite take over your recommendation for cheap live blade? It might. It might, but I need to specifically go back and try out the 1.5 again. The Orion 1.5, sorry. Because the Orion 1.5 is by far my favorite cheap live blade. And I think is still a really good flipper, but I need to decide if I like the AL more or less than it. I think there's a good chance I still like the Orion a little bit more. Especially because I have the zippy spacers on it. Do you want a competitive flipper that you will or won't outgrow? Are you saying the Kite AL you will outgrow or the Orion you will outgrow? Oh, that's true. The 1.5 is discontinued. So I guess I have no choice but to recommend the Kite now. Until I try a V2, but I don't think they're sending me a V2. Yeah, okay, so in that case, I think the Orion is a Bali you outgrow. I think the trainer, absolutely. I think the live blade is really good. Granted, I have never actually like properly run it down with the live blade Orion, so. Because I don't typically run it down on. The only Balisong I can really run it down on is my SlifT. Live blade, sorry. Live blade Bali. Time for my bi-weekly Camaro drive-by as I crash out in college. I'm sorry, Dylan. You're almost done. Get through it. Get through it, man. The Kite is not forgiving, but it will do anything you want it to. That's kind of how I felt about it. It's responsive, but you can mess up very easily on it. if you don't do it like correctly, if you don't flip it right. I got the goated color scheme. I got like the Christmas, I don't know, it's silver, red, and green. And then it's green on the inside. I think it's cool. I don't know what the goated color scheme is. I got white G10, pink aluminum. Oh, okay, that's kind of a goated color scheme. But yeah, I can't even go back to the original kite now. This one's just way better. What's up, PS5? How you doing? How you doing? I never flipped a cheese. I need to try one. Do a pass round just for a cheese. Honestly, dude, the cheese is the kind of Balisong that like I would do like a monthly giveaway of. If I ever get to the point where I'm like I'm pretty well off on it for myself, I would freaking love to just do a bunch of giveaways for like my recommendation for beginner live blades for people. Or what am I saying? Beginner Balisongs for people. The Orion is much better for learning. It encourages you to learn and experiment. That's an interesting take on it. I don't know if I'm gonna have to break out my Orion again and start flipping it. Wonky hair, Ethan. What the fuck are you talking about? Okay. Epic. It looks how I want it to look. Cheese got removed on Amazon. Cheese is still on Amazon. I'm getting conflicting stories here. When I said Orion and Kite, talking about the live blades, because both of them are better at live blades. True. Yes, I agree with you 100% on that. Oh, wait, no. I agree with you 100% on the Orion. I haven't tried the 1.5 trainer, and I haven't tried the V1 live blade, so I don't know about that specifically. But LDY just knows how to do... Maybe this is just an LDY, like, wide thing, but LDY just knows how to make a live blade. LDY cooks when it comes to making a live blade, and then their trainers are always, like, decent to mildly... unenjoyable. Shouldn't say unenjoyable, but mildly like meh. I think the only exception to that in their lineup is the Sirius. Because I just don't like the old live blade Sirius. Keep eyes on LDY. Does this have to do with all the drama that people keep telling me about? Because I feel like every time I go live, someone comes in asking me to see, like, my opinion on the LDY drama, and I'm always like, dude, I just don't give a shit. Drama? So, okay, let's see if I can even recap this. There's another company that's making the Cygnus V2, and it's made by a guy that broke off of the original LDY for some reason or another, and they're all, like, stealing each other's designs, and I'm just like, man... I don't care. No stealing? Well, people are claiming that the... People are claiming that the new LDY, like, flagship that they made was stolen from this new, like, Rads company. I summed it up, I think, the best in my last stream. There's no evidence of this. It's just posts on Instagram, and both creators are not directly addressing anything. It's literally just he said, she said. Come back and tell me about it when we have some actual fucking info. or when someone has posted about it or anything. Like, okay. My garage went to sleep back there. I'm new to flipping. Do you have any tips for chaplain? Yeah, here you go. This is one of the tips that I actually do still remember that I used to give beginners. Hold your elbow. Don't spin your elbow, right? Get the balisong on your finger like this. You see how I'm just pivoting at my elbow? I'm not moving my wrist, because when you do this, it's a little bit harder to chaplain, right? So you want to pivot at your elbow, big, slow circles, just like this. I'm not moving my wrist, I'm just moving my elbow. Big circle. And then as you get better, you'll transition to just like shaking your wrist to get it to spin. But that's a little bit more difficult and unstable, so wait to do that until you've got it down. Yeah, I think so, Remshi. What about the vertical chaplain? I mean, pretty much same thing. Like, you just do a big circle. I can't hold my elbow, but you see how I'm just pivoting at my elbow over there? If you try and get the wrist involved, it's very easy for the chaplain to spin faster than you can manage, and then fly off your finger. Have a good one, PS5. Keep eyes on LDY in a positive way. Cool. Good to hear. Good to hear. I always keep my eye on most things in the Bali community, mainstream stuff at least. We're doing this. We're doing this, internet, really? Must we? Must we, internet? Legally mandated. Government mandated buffering. We've all been using too much internet. Alright, I think we're back. What's up, 2D? How you doing? There's a thing I'm very excited for and need in my hands immediately ASAP. And it's yummy, okay? I don't think I've missed too much in chat. The cheese is not on Canadian Amazon. Canadian Amazon makes sense. I am at your house. You better not be. We should get cheese and the tater song, then maybe cheesy French fry. What? That's so true, man. It's crazy how the tater song came out, caused such a stir, and then no one ever talked about it ever again. There's a few Balisongs that were like made of food. Wait, what do you mean, how's Marathon? Is Marathon out? Oh, that's what I wanted to respond to. Someone asked me if I've tried Blocky's Transformers. I have one right here. There's a Galaxy Defender, whatever the fuck they're called, Jetfire. I don't know, man. Sometimes I read chat messages and then they get sucked into my brain, and they only come out either minutes, hours, or sometimes days later. Bobasong, my goat. True. Is Bobasong out? I hate to break it to you, man, but Bobasong is never coming out. Great with Nabali is they only put the first #1 spot into production. So Dasuko owns the one and only final version Bobasong. It did seem a lot like the cheese. I don't totally agree because it was G10. But how about last create? What? What did win? The Crescent. Last create, they did 3. They did the Reverie, Bird of Prey, and Overlord. And all of those, as far as I know, you could still buy today. Maybe they're not in stock right now, but you can still buy them. Marathon's doing a server slam, so it's free to play right now. And then it fully... Marathon releases in 5 days? What the fuck? I mean, I don't care, but that was a huge game. I thought I would have seen more about it before it came out. You can play Marathon for free? What? Oh, look at that. A server slam. Oh gosh, stop. This game's gonna suck. I'm so sorry. I'm not a Marathon believer. It's just gonna be it looks like Destiny gunplay, but in an extraction shooter. I genuinely could not care less. The Crescent is their second best Bali. I, to this day, have not tried a Crescent. Did the Crescent ever come back in stock, actually? Because I did want to buy one. Ooh, the cheese is $3 off. Never mind, it's $7 off. That's pretty cool. I'm trying to decide if it's even worth buying another cheese to compare with this one for the 7075. I know people want me to. I saw a few comments on the last video, or on the cat video, saying they wanted me to, but I don't know if I can justify it, man. I just don't know if I can justify it. Anyway, where's... the Crescent here? Is the Crescent in stock? No, it's not. Okay, well, that sucks. People were talking all about the Crescent when that came out. Buy another if you're thinking about giveaways. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, maybe. Here's how you justify it. Buy it, make a video, and then give it to me. Don't you already have a cheese? Are you interested in trying the live knot? I've already tried the live knot. I don't like it. Oh, you don't have a cheese, Pyro? So the only reason I'm concerned about this is there is a chance that I like the new cheese more than the old one, and then in that case, I'm not going to give anyone my clapped out cheese with, you know, flaking Teflon and all this stuff, so... Well, I guess in that case, I could just flip it enough to make a comparison and then give it away and then buy another one if I really wanted it. Did you know the cat is on Amazon? I mean, it's a pretty safe bet. You're losing money not buying it? Wait. What? They were supposed to send me one, and then, you know, they don't talk to me anymore. To make you feel better, Pyro, Nibali's also doesn't talk to me anymore. Although they never even offered to send me a Crescent. So I don't know if they're just like not sending out review units anymore. Maybe they have finally realized that I'm not giving them enough value. I don't know. Not a huge deal. Nibali's ghosted Did they ghost everyone? Did they even ghost their sponsors? I mean, looking at it from their perspective, they're probably losing a lot of money. It's just, they were sending it out to like, they were sending stuff out to anyone and everyone. And you're probably losing money. I think they sent Odo a review Crescent? Really? They were giving you free knives for about a year. I'm not complaining. I'm very, very thankful and grateful to all the things that Nibali's has sent me. I am simply commenting on the fact that they have not seemed to want to continue that, which is okay. That's fine. It just means that I won't be reviewing every single one of their products because dude, Balisongs are tough. These aren't Transformers. I'm not spending $20 per thing that wants to get reviewed. It's like I'm spending $80, $90 on Balisongs just to make a video and then get, and this has nothing to do with it, but it's still something that's worth mentioning, you know, make a video that makes like $4 or $5 on YouTube. That is going to it's just not feasible long term. That's why I don't know, like, in a world where I have a bunch of disposable income, I don't know, would I rather buy a bunch of cheeses and give those away? Would I rather buy a bunch of Balisongs to make videos on? I have no idea. Did you see the Jim Carrey conspiracy? What does that even mean? Have you considered starting a Patreon? Yes, and I won't. I'm not interested in... The reality of modern day everything is that people need money to survive on their own. I am not in a situation where I need money to buy the things that I want. Like, I have a job. I have a place to stay. Keep your money. Don't give it to me. I don't need it. You need it. Keep it for yourself. Buy the stuff that you want to buy yourself. I appreciate that people would be willing to subscribe to something like that, but I don't think I would be able to provide enough value for people to continue subscribing to that over time. You guys give me plenty by just watching the Blade Bias videos, which makes ad revenue, which does make enough money for me to buy Balisongs, just not like every single new one released. I'm gonna go get wine drunk and watch Bob's Burgers. That's a hell of a night, man. I hope you have a good night, Pyro. Have fun with that. ILYT. People want to give you money because we value your stuff. People using ad blockers don't give you anything. They still watch my videos. Love you, say it back. Love you too, man. Goodbye. Have a good night. Not enough heart. Try again. Oh, man. What? Okay, bye, Pyro. I love you too, man. Bye. Best Buy Twink. I want to believe. Where did that come from? Well, now I take it back. What do you mean, Best Buy Twink? That's crazy. I'm not a Best Buy twink. Okay, fine. I take back the take back. Go get wine drunk and watch Bob's Burgers. I know what you are. You got me. Not good enough. Take my Bally's. What's up, Norn? You wear that, queen. Walk your walk, monarch. Where was people want to give you money because we value your stuff. People using ad blockers don't give you anything. That's where we were. I understand and I respect that. People using ad blockers, I encourage it, dude. The YouTube ads are getting out of control. It's getting kind of ridiculous. Getting 3 unskippable minute-long ads in front of a YouTube video is like, especially if you're on a TV. No, I hope more people use ad blockers. It's ridiculous. But again, I make enough money from ad revenue that I can buy stuff once in a while. That is super cool. That is more than I ever thought I would get, and that's more than I really deserve. So I appreciate that, and I'm not going to ask for more. I don't want people to give me their money. I just, you know. Live your life. Do what you got to do. If I needed support or anything like that, maybe I would ask for it, but I don't. I do what I do for free. Happily for free. I got an ad every 3 minutes on a video yesterday. Well, that's just the YouTuber's fault, because they can sometimes... YouTube ads are getting ridiculous, but sometimes you do have to blame the creator. Because you, as a... I think they let me do it. If the video's long enough, they let you place where the ads are going to be. So like on every one of my videos that are over 8 minutes, I'm pretty sure, I can check a mark that says place mid-roll ads. And usually I do that just because like it'll put one in the middle and it's like, okay, cool. But what you can also do once you click that switch is you can say manually place. And I think you're able to place, like, they'll have a limit of ads that you can place. It's like every 3 minutes or something. I think that's actually what the limit is. I don't know for sure, though. I've never actually tried to place them manually. But the idea is so that creators who are making more, like, documentary stuff like that, they can have, like, the commercial break that flows into the video. And they can put the ad right there so that it kind of makes sense in the context of the video. But what people end up using it for is just to spam as many ads in as much as possible. So the mid-rolls that you're getting, most likely it's the creator. YouTube does still deserve some beef for that, but it's not entirely their fault. What YouTube does deserve beef for is the pre-rolls and the end rolls, because those are getting ridiculous. Flipping my new kite AL 1.5. I hope you're enjoying, dude. That's awesome. I see people wanting and trying to overpay for Prisma Pros. Yeah, dude, I mean, I would love to sell my Prisma Pro for more than I bought it for. That would be awesome. But then I wouldn't have a Prisma Pro. YouTube's gotten shittier recently. It really has. I'm wondering when the breaking point is going to be for someone else to make a similar video streaming site. But then I try some of the other ones that are out there and it's like they just aren't that great. One service that I have is Nebula. And I actually love Nebula. There's some amazing creators on there producing some freaking excellent, stellar 10 out of 10 content. But like the app itself is just bad. It crashes half of the time, and there's like the UI is weird and it just doesn't flow very well. It just kind of, the app itself kind of sucks. Yeah, I'd regret it too, Youngblood. Norn, I do have a 1.5. There will be a Blade Bias video on the 1.5 on March 2nd. I've had it recorded for like a week now. Nebula, huh? Nebula's, I genuinely recommend Nebula. It is, think about all of like the really high effort content creators on YouTube, people like Real Engineering and Neo and Mustard, and these are all people that I watch. Maybe you know them, maybe you don't. But most of like the more education focused YouTubers are on Nebula, and it's just peak content. And I think I got it for, I paid like $30 and they gave me access for a year. So I was like, okay. Prisma Pro or V2 going around 200 right now. Prisma V1 going for 150-ish. I'm surprised the V1's going for that little. I thought if anything the V1 would go up a little bit in price. I got a trainer kite. It's my first LDY Bali. I hope you're enjoying it, dude. LDY is a great company. They make some great stuff. It is difficult to outdo a multi-billionaire company, yes. I can't expect them to just make perfect stuff to counter YouTube. I'm just wondering what it will take for people to move over. I mean, it'll probably take a solid ad revenue deal. Because no established YouTuber is switching over to any other platform without some sort of guarantee that they will make the same, if not more, in ad revenue. I want the V2, but the Joker colorway is so ugly. That is exactly why I didn't buy one, Ted. Also because they said it was going to get cheaper in the future, and I was like, I'm not paying extra for basically a prototype. You also need to make a good algorithm. Dude, I'm of two minds on this. On one hand, yes, the algorithm has introduced me to stuff that I would have never seen otherwise. But on the other hand, the algorithm has also made me forget about YouTubers that I never would have forgotten about otherwise. You know, there's been genuine examples of YouTubers that I watch for a little bit, and then I don't subscribe yet because I don't really know if I'm going to watch them long term. And then I miss like one or two. I don't click on one or two videos in the algorithm, and then I never see that YouTuber again. In fact, the same thing happens with like long-term channels that I've watched for a while. Sometimes you just miss an upload or two. The algorithm stops recommending them to you, and then you just kind of forget they exist. I really do just want, like the people that I follow, just show me their videos. Or at least make a feed that lets me do that, or something along those lines. It'll even stop notifying you sometimes. Exactly, yeah. The algorithm got me into Balisongs with Pingu's interview with the Reverie creator. That's super cool. And that's the reason, like, I like an algorithm. But at the same time, it's like, geez, I just kind of wish you would let me frickin' subscribe to people and then just see stuff from them. Exactly, Grim. Yeah. Although, I suppose, devil's advocate, in a world without the algorithm, that would be the same thing. Because if you didn't subscribe to them, then they would never pop up again. So, I don't know, man. Will this be a 4-hour stream? Most likely not. I'll probably go for another half an hour, maybe. Half an hour, maybe a full hour. There's this one dude I saw a Risk of Rain 2 video on. Unironically, I could probably get you back to him. What was the, like, concept? You shouldn't have sent me this Bali. Dude, the spider knife is already digging its claws into Scott. We need to get him out of there. This was a mistake. Scott, it's transferring its curse onto you. Cool jacket. Thank you. Tex, you need to decide if you hate my hair or like my jacket, man. My Steve from Blue's Clues ass fit. There's a challenge run where he lost all movement speed and got a ridiculous amount of damage output. That sounds like a Raydans video. Was it an Australian dude? I was wearing the same jacket for like 6 videos. I was, because I pre-record multiple videos in a row, and then I'll skip a few days and then pre-record more, and it just so happened that I was wearing that jacket in both of them. Risk of Rain 2. It sounds like a Raydans video, man. There was a period of time where I had my claws deep in the Risk of Rain 2 video scene. Oh, Raydans doesn't really upload anymore. What the hell? Maybe it wasn't him. Ah, it probably wasn't him. Huh. Anti-Cleeper. I don't even know who that is. I talked a big game. I've never heard of that guy in my life. Race is my preferred Risk of Rain 2 content creator. Mostly because he's someone who goes a lot into like skill and getting better at the game. Solanum looks sick. I never would have known about the thing if not for your video. There's like nothing else about that thing. Yeah, I mean, I try to make it so that smaller makers can send me something and I can make a video on it. I have another thing that you might have never seen before. This is the NY Bali Customs Pro version of the last knife that he made. I'm forgetting the name of it right now, but there will be a video on this eventually. It'll probably be like a week or two down the line, but this thing's pretty cool. It's like very pallet adjacent, but not as heavy. Because it's not filled with metal sheets like the pallet is, but otherwise the design is very pallet-esque. And I need to put it down before I continue to give you guys hearing damage on my mic. I like what NY Balisong Customs have been doing, and I'm not gonna say what there's a gimmick with the release of this that they're doing. I'm not gonna say what it is because I don't know if it's 100% yet, but if they actually go through with it, it's something that I've never seen another Balisong company do, so we'll see. Have you looked at the Moab? I have tried it. I've just never made a video on it. It was really good. I love the Moab, and I'm actually thinking about picking one up, but I blew up the moon to get rich. Yeah, I don't know who Anti-Cleeper is. What is a good handle bias Balisong, you know? The cheese. Imagine waking up the next morning, Brandon and Will text you about another spider knife. I know that won't happen. Brandon's off down under. I do have my my little guy though from the unboxing video. You ever tried an LDY Vixen? I have, and it wasn't great. I'll have to check the person you mentioned out. Raydans for like challenge type videos, and then Race. R-A-C-E. he just posts runs of himself, and he was like my #1 resource for like learning about the game, getting better at the game, all that stuff. I learned a lot of my Risk of Rain 2 skill through watching Race. Curious how smaller makers get into producing Balis, especially with how pricey of an investment it seems. Would you ever consider interviewing some of them? I would consider it, and it would probably be pretty easy because I'm friends with a good bit of them. But what I can tell you just from like everyone that I've talked to is that they just genuinely love Balisongs. You're not really gonna find a small maker who is making Balisongs that doesn't have passion in some way, whether it be for flipping itself, whether it be for like wanting to bring something new. Like Tony, who made the Solinum, is a very good flipper, understands Balisongs, understands what makes them good and bad, and I'm assuming wants to make something that he thinks is really good for the community to flip. Or on the other end of the spectrum, you have someone like Remshi, who has this idea for like a new idea in the Balisong hobby, this completely unique design in the Kuno that's never really been done before, and then puts that into work. So it's usually someone who loves Balisongs and is just like extraordinarily passionate about them. Oh, the Vixen. I'm sorry. I got completely distracted. I don't like the Vixen. There's a few of LDY's Balisongs that are like kind of on the outskirts. It's more of like their lesser known stuff. Stuff like the LDY Aquatic, the LDY Vixen. Most of their titanium stuff really is just like kind of super handle biased and heavy, and I just don't like it. The Vixen was like that. The Aquatic especially was like that, or I just wasn't very impressed by them at all. What's up, Branley? What'd you miss? Well, pretty much everything. Just a lot of good discussion. It gets stuck when it opens, and I have no idea why. And then it just makes that noise the whole time. I need to start posting more videos. They do all right, but I just don't have any ideas for the videos. If you don't have ideas, I don't think you can force yourself to do that, because making a video is a very creatively intense process. I think you have to have some sort of idea before you can go through that process. I saw that the Vixen was a good flow or tech flipper. I mean, if it's more handle bias, yeah, probably a good flow flipper. I don't know anything about tech, so I'm not going to comment on that. But when you have handle weight, carries momentum very well. That's what you want for more flowy tricks. LDY Aquatic. This was a Balisong that they didn't really advertise. It was a collaboration between LDY and someone, a YK studio. I only ever tried one at Blade Show, and I did not like it. It was super handle biased, but it's a cool design. I've heard some people that are fans of it. It just never became very mainstream, which is too bad because it has, you know, titanium handles, S35 VN blade. It's only 350 bucks. I was never super impressed with it. It's not on the website? Yeah, because it's a collab, I don't think they actually sold it on their website. But it was on Pinchetta if you want to look at it. I don't know where you could actually buy one. I know they mainly sold them at Blade Show. Maybe it was on their website at some point. Probably was on their website at some point. I'm missing out going to Blade Show Texas. I mean, I probably am, man. I can't afford to go to Texas and then east right after. What do you think about Cygnus V2? I know nothing about it. Never flipped it. I barely even seen it. I saw that Buffness made a video on it, but I haven't watched the video. So far, I only have an Impulse. Should I go for a Barracuda V2 or reach for a Superfly? I wouldn't reach for a Superfly in your second Balisong, honestly. I would maybe get something a little tamer. A little more of an incremental upgrade for your second one. And then go from there. Don't get me wrong, guys. I think Texas is a fun... It's probably a fun time, especially considering because it is smaller, you have a better chance of interacting with people rather than getting swept away in the crowd. But I can't spend the money to go to Texas, which is an inferior show in terms of like what I'm looking for, and then immediately have to turn around and go to East right after. You tried an A51 Phobos. I probably have at Blade Show, but I can't remember it for the life of me. Wait, what? That person still... I just got a Twitch notification for someone who hasn't gone live in a very long time. Oh, and not online. Okay, that's fine. Whatever, Twitch. Whatever, man. I'm in Australia, so I can't go to Blade shows. Damn. It's the Cygnus, but not LDY, also not a clone. Yeah, it's the one of the original designers, like, broke off or something like that. I don't know, man. I'm seriously gonna drop a clip with the spider knife? I'm kind of dumbfounded, Scott. I'm dumbfounded that the thing that I put in that package, essentially just for a clip, like I was just trying to clip farm you with a reaction, ended up being something that you're actually genuinely enjoying. That's pretty crazy. Can't wait for the spider knife to be #1 in the updated list. For real, what the hell? Everything's bigger in Texas except for Blade Show. It's fun. Fun to flip. Fun? It's fun to flip? I'm sorry, I'm of all of the things that I did not expect for your opinions, that one is that tops the list. This is a little, it's a little masochistic. What the hell? This is going to be a fascinating thing to update Brandon with when he gets back into the swing of things. Bali Unc is the chosen one. I guess the spider knife has chosen him. Holy shit. Good night, Grim. Sleep well. Have a good night. it's got pretty solid grip. That's one way of putting it. I mean, yeah, really, yeah, the thing that stabs you about 15 times every time you do a single trick, I would say it has pretty good grip. Does anyone else just automatically read all caps as if the person's shouting? I mean, of course you do, but like when I read it in my head, I just fully imagine like Tex reviewing this Balisong just really loudly. Any plans to do gaming streams again? You got me into No Man's Sky and Risk of Rain. I'd love to see you play again. I mean, plans, no. I'm not gonna say I'm never gonna do it again. To be honest with you, Ash, like I said at the beginning of the stream, since I started at my job at the beginning of the month, I opened one game in the month of February, and it was yesterday. Okay, actually, I opened two, technically. There was one game that I played once with a group of friends. So there were two games, and one of them was yesterday. But gaming stuff, I'll never say never. I wasn't here for that. No, I didn't stream it. I'm sorry. I just played it on my own time. I'm saying I've only played 2 games on my personal time in the last month. So given that fact that I've had 2 proper gaming sessions in 1 month, I can't really see myself streaming one of them. But again, I'll never say never. I do enjoy it. It's just, it's very clear that my community, or the people who watch my streams are not super into the gaming stuff. Which V1 knot variation is considered better? The one with the U-shaped channel cutouts or the square ones? I have no idea, Daft. That's like a Jack Pyro question right there. I barely even, I'm assuming you're talking about the keyway cut versus the non-keyway cut Nautilus, which I've heard rumblings about, but I don't know what the difference is. So you are a video game designer. Yeah. That's what you should get out of what everything I just said. Yeah, I like Mystic. Does the Seraph actually flip good though? It depends who you ask. Some people will say no. I'll say yeah. I like how it flips. A lot of people, nope, they don't like it. When did you start flipping? 2021. August, like 20th or something, 2021. Pros don't like the Seraph normally? Well, I'm not a pro. Let's be fully real here. I've been flipping for 4 years. 5 years now at this point. Almost 5 years, whatever. I'm not a pro. I'm not very good at flipping. But no, I like the Seraph a lot. How's the new job? It's a job, man. I saw Tony talking about it in his collection video. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't like the Nautilus. I've only tried one. I only owned one, I should say. I have no idea what the difference are between the two cuts. Apparently there is one. Like I said, I've heard rumblings of it. But yeah, the new, it's a job. I'm not going to say it's a great job. I'm not going to say it's an awful job. What's a good titanium trainer under 400? Superfly? Superfly, Totori trainer. I know there's other ones. I just can't think of them right now. Yeah, I mean, the Superfly is easy. The Zenith is not. What's your job again? You guys don't know because I don't and will never disclose that kind of stuff to you guys. No offense, but professional life, I keep very far separate from the YouTube stuff. Actually, Youngblood, I think the Madco's like 385. I think it's just under. There's like the original LDY kite you can't buy anymore. I know there's more titanium under 400. I just can't think of them. What about the Totori trainer? I think the Totori trainer is bang on 400. Isn't Nabali's making a titanium trainer? Nabali's has been teasing a titanium Balisong for like 3 years now. And as far as we know, it's changed like 2 or 3 different times. So I have no idea what's going on with the Nabali's. With the Nabali's thing. Hydro. Yeah, the Hydro trainer would be around that 385 mark, I think. We need more Balisongs with personality like the Mako series. We got the cat. We got the cheese. We got Squiddy AL. We got... Those are the ones that come to mind immediately. Tsunami is showing up in a few days. I hope you enjoy that, dude. That is awesome that you got a Tsunami. Yeah, I'm not thrilled with the job, but in current job economy, yeah, I'm gonna keep it until I find something else. If I find something else. I'm Australian, so under 300. Yeah, the Superfly is like your one choice there, man. The only other titanium Balisong I can think of under that is the LDY kite, but they don't make that anymore. Do you think Will is going to make a Vault Pro that's titanium with Nabali's? I doubt it. I don't know. Never say never, but I don't think that would be in their immediate plans. I would hope they would do like a Vault V2 before they do a titanium Vault Pro. I would hope. Okay, Tex, listen, man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I gotta time you out for a little bit. 10 minutes. Calm down, please. Go calm down somewhere. We'll be here when you're back. Okay, and I will be right back. Give me 1 second, chap. Sorry about that. I'm back. I got a Min Flips Balisong short notification. I don't know who that is. Got any recs for your favorite $100, $200 Bali or less? I gotta turn that off. Favorite, open the door. Favorite $200 Bali or less. Dude, it's probably like the Orion S or something like that. Probably be the Orion. I guess the Prisma Pro, but you can't buy that anymore. Have you flipped a Vega? I actually haven't. How does your recommendation document get updated? I just go through it. Maybe like once every 2 or 3 months. And I say, okay, here's everything I recommended. Do I still agree with that based on everything new that I've tried? And then if it gets updated, it gets updated. I also have to check it for things that got discontinued. Because I try and keep the recommendations to things that you could buy either right now or you could reasonably buy in the next like month or two. How does the S differ from the 1.5? It just has a different weight distribution, different balance profile. It feels a little bit more neutral. It feels a little bit more well-weighted. Regarding discontinuations, the Orion should be updated. Yes, but I try not to do it instantly. First of all, I need to try the Orion V2, but also until the Orion V2 becomes a little more heavily available, I'm not going to get rid of the original Orion just yet. Are there any Grail/Dream Balisongs of yours that you haven't gotten to try? No, I think I am extremely fortunate enough to say that I have at least touched most, if not all, Balisongs that I have wanted to. In terms of like things that I've desperately wanted to try, I have at least gotten to, and that's mostly because I've been to Blade Show 4 times at this point. 4 times? 1, 2, 3 or 4 times? Actually, have I been to Blade Show 4 times? 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. Holy shit, that's crazy. So I'm extremely fortunate enough to say that no, there's really nothing that I'm like desperately wanting to try. I'm just wanting to try like some of the cheaper stuff that's come out recently. Things like the Vega, the Crescent, the Orion V2, like anything that's kind of newer that I wouldn't have had a chance to get my hands on. Other than that, I don't know, maybe like a SlifT V1, but I'm pretty sure I've flipped one at some point. Are there any online competitions coming up? I don't think so. Could be wrong. Didn't know you and Scott collabed. Yes, we did. It was a very fun stream. Arctic from your Discord server is selling his Seraph for $600. Cool. Anyone know how often Squid Industries restocks? Been looking to get the live Mako. Their trainers, I think they restock, I mean, at minimum once a month. I don't know about their live blades, though. The live Mako, you may be waiting a little bit longer. If they even ever do it again. I think they've only ever released it at Blade Show. Maybe one online drop of leftovers from Blade Show? Always wanted to try and own a fixed Gale. The Gale's cool. not my favorite thing in the world. It ended up being far heavier than I hoped it would. Like, you look at it and you feel like it's a pretty light titanium Balisong, but it's got a bit of heft to it, which kind of disappointed me. Take a break. I hope you're still here when I come back. I can't guarantee I will be. I think I'm probably gonna end it a little soon here. We've been going for an hour and a half. But I also streamed an hour and a half with Scott, so we're kind of coming up on how long I generally stream in a certain day. Maybe I'll do a run of the new roguelite I've been playing the demo of for Steam Next Fest. Maybe I'll play the Loopler. The Loopler. Is the HX Superfly better than? I don't know, man. What new comic should I make? Whatever you want to make. Art is expressive. Don't let someone tell you what to make. No, I don't know. I genuinely don't know what to recommend there. I canceled the Spider-Man one. Oh, that's disappointing. I'm gonna hold myself to it. I'm gonna stream. Have fun, young bud. Have a good stream. I always wanted to try SlifT's Balisongs in general. SlifT's Balisongs are kind of tough. They're fun. I don't think one of them would ever make it into like a recommendation document for me. The Zephyr was just too blade biased. The Gale was just too heavy. Is the HX Superfly better than the OG? They're fairly similar. I don't think one's better than the other. They just look kind of different. Want to try one of the stitches? I love the stitches. Sorry, I'll do better next time. You're good, dude. Just take it down a notch. Stop spamming the same weird shit over and over. Spamming that you're in someone's house in all caps is weird and strange. Just take it down a notch. We're good. Oh, that's not Sessions music. I don't want to get copyright struck, please. Got any tips for the short stop? The handles land really far apart from each other on the close. I mean, that's what it's supposed to do. The short stop, if you like slow it down, you want those handles to, see you later, Norm. You want those handles to be far apart, and then you can close your hands together like this. Because the problem is with the short stop, if the handles are too close together, then there's no way for you to, you know, like grab onto it like that. I appreciate it, Tex. I'm gonna watch a different blade bias video. Thanks for the support. Have a good night. I hope you enjoyed. See you later. But with the short stop, if your fingers are, or if your handles are ending too far apart, you just kind of, if they're ending up like this, just spread out your hands. Maybe you can use your index finger to push it down a little bit, but you really just want to close your hand. I didn't tell you to close. I'm just going to turn that off for now. Actually, there we go. Leave it open. But you just kind of let it slide through your hand and then close your fingers. Favorite pro flipper. I have a few. Banks is a goat, but probably one of my favorites is Maddie. I have long held the opinion that Maddie gets screwed quite a bit by judging in Bali Comp because she has an extremely unconventional style that takes a lot of skill to understand. Even just understanding that what she's doing is difficult takes a level of knowledge about Balisong flipping that judges usually don't have. So she usually gets voted off pretty quickly in Bali Comp because of that. Because the things that she's doing don't look particularly impressive, but they really are if you know anything about flipping. So I'd say Banks or Maddie. Jack is also up there, but I don't think they are a pro flipper, especially because they're in Unc retirement now, so. Any tips for way to go aerial to chaplain? Just throw it slow. The whole thing with an aerial to chaplain, I do end up needing my index finger to close so I can finish the move. I just think it looks cleaner when you do it. You'll get it with time. What I'm doing is I'm using all of the momentum that the shortstop creates. I'm getting my thumb in there pretty quickly to get it in between the blade and the handle. But because I'm doing it fast enough, that kind of means that this handle stops and then this handle eventually just comes to meet it. So with the shortstop, especially because when you end up like this, you're kind of going slow. This handle doesn't have enough to follow the other handle. Or I guess it would be going this way. It doesn't have enough momentum, so it stops here in between your fingers, and you have to slide it like that. But if you just throw a little bit more momentum into it, you see for like a split second, the handle stops on my thumb, and then the other one follows to meet it. Ways to get into aerial to chaplain. I like to do a reverse, or a half orbit. So I go like that, and now I'm holding it like this, and then I just throw it like that. I go into I'm doing it the wrong way. So start here, half orbit, holding it like this, throw it like that, and then aerial to chaplain. And then that ultimately ends up looking like this. That's a fun way to do it. You can also do it from close. You do like the first part of a shortstop, and then you stop it here, and you just throw it. You kind of do that. Didn't have a knowledge of flipping styles until I got more into the hobby, and Spark said my style was wavy but cool. Everyone has a style. Every single person, regardless of if you're a bad flipper, a good flipper, an experienced flipper, an inexperienced flipper, like everyone has a style. No one is operating, I mean, this sounds kind of weird, but no one is operating their fingers in the exact same way. No one is generating momentum in the exact same way. So it ends up becoming this thing where it's like you can kind of generally tell based on a few key things when someone is an arm and I'm flipping, and you have like a video of multiple people with just an arm flipping. There's no identifiable features about them other than their flipping style. I think if you were like super locked in, you could tell who most of those flippers were. You were like super in the know about everything and how these flippers flipped. Take a shot every time I say flip. You're my favorite pro flipper, Ethan. I appreciate you Scott, but I am no pro. Unless you say in the way that I make money off of my flipping, which is technically true, but it's kind of a reach. Thank you, internet. I didn't learn names of trick. I just went on and did stuff. I haven't learned behind the 8 ball yet. I mean, if you're a decent flipper, behind the 8 ball should be easy. Should be super easy. Okay, thank you, internet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Come on, man. Internet just went to crap. I was stuck hearing Ethan say based, true, based, true, true. Okay, Scott, if you can even hear me. I don't know, man. My internet's fucked up too. If you can even hear me, have a good night. It was a very fun stream today. Thank you for having me on your stream. I'm glad we were able to collab. Is there a reason why EPS never drops? I don't think there's a reason. I think they're just a smaller... They're a smaller operation. Kinda gotta go to bed. I got church in the morning. Have a good night, Tex. Sleep well. Have a good church service. Stream's alright for me. It's not alright on my end. I'm watching it drop thousands of frames. It says I've dropped 3.2% of all the frames in this stream. And that's all from like the past 3 minutes. Oh my god, and we're still dying. I'm still at red bar. Thank you, that was amazing. I'm happy to provide. I really enjoy when my collection gets to make someone else happy rather than just sit in a case all day. Dude, it is so over. We're up to 16,000 frames dropped. 4% of the frames. And we are still not getting back to normal. Jesus. You ever heard of a Thunderbird? Of course I've heard of a Thunderbird. Cool car. Cool car. I always love when it does this because it says it's red right now. I have my stream set to 8,000 kilobits per second, so 8 megabytes a second. And right now it's telling me that I have 1 bar of connection, but I'm getting 12,000 kilobits per second, so 12 megabytes per second. So if I'm getting 50% more than I set, how am I in the red? Please explain that. Oh my gosh, we're green again. Thank God. Please explain to me how I am red. Your grandfather has one? That is sick. Wearing a green hoodie, flipping a green Kraken with a greenish filter in the clip I sent in Scott's server. That's rough. That's a lot of green. Says the guy wearing a green striped shirt. So, you know, I know when there's a lot of green. No one knows green better than me. Might start making Bali videos, but a few years ago when I first wanted to make them, YouTube would destroy me with strikes and age restrictions. YouTube really does not like anyone under the age of 18 flipping a Balisong. So if you're under the age of 18, there's a pretty good chance that you're not going to get away with it. That being said, there are quite a few people in the modern Balisong community who I am 90% certain are under the age of 18, and they don't get any community guideline strikes or anything. So maybe they've eased up in the past little bit. I don't know. I have no idea. But I think it's probably because they don't show their face. I don't know. All I know is that there is a good few amount of there's a good few Balisong flippers that are most likely under the age of 18 and don't have an issue. I have never uploaded a Balisong video when I was under the age of 18, and they still community guidelines struck me. Thankfully now I think I'm mostly out of it, because in order to be monetized you have to like proof of identity and all that, so they have, you know, they know that I am of legal age for sure. But they have hit me with an age restriction on a blade bias video. The UFO video is age restricted. So it got like 70,000 views in like a month, and then it got age restricted, and it's received, this was like 2 years ago, because this was the old apartment. And it's probably received 1,000 views since. It's annoying, but whatever. Fuck it, we ball. Good luck. Godspeed. Oh, it's officially March. Happy March, everybody. An odd one to age restrict. Any idea why? They claim... Actually, let me just... Because I think what happened is I flipped the Nemesis in like the first 30 seconds of that video. +18 only. It was set by YouTube. It was confirmed by manual review that it was not suitable for most advertisers. And if I open it, it says harmful or dangerous content policy at 16 seconds. Present a high risk of injury or physical harm that is not appropriate for all audiences. And at 16 seconds...
Very interesting.
Yep, at 16 seconds, I'm just flipping the Nemesis, a Balisong that I made multiple videos on with no issue. So it's just one of those weird YouTube decisions that doesn't make any sense when you actually dig into it. The same reason they took down my Vortex review on my main channel, my Squid Trainer review on my main channel. They took down So You Bought a Balisong. It was all because I, quote unquote, promoted minors doing a dangerous activity. But again, I never uploaded a Balisong video when I was under the age of 18. I was 18 when I made my first Balisong video, so... I don't know, man. YouTube's just weird with that stuff. Censor people playing with knives, but not the 18+ AI ads. Hey, they make money off of that. Anything that has AI in it, that's what they make money off of. That's unfair of you to make that... Ow, that. Unfair of you to make that comparison. No, I've never understood YouTube's policy. It's like they censor someone, or they age restrict or community guideline strike someone who's not a minor flipping a Balisong, and then they have Will and Brandon making jokes about like shooting each other, and there's no issues with that. And I'm not saying Brandon or Will are doing anything wrong there. I'm just saying like the level of inconsistently applying those rules that they supposedly have is annoying. Yeah, have obvious 13-year-olds with no strikes, not calling anyone out, and then 18-year-olds getting strikes. Exactly. Yeah. It's quite annoying. It's the same thing with like Instagram. Like the fact that Maddie got banned and her account got deleted is mind-boggling to me, considering some of the things that some people post on Instagram. Like, you can be the most hateful, bigoted person you want on Instagram, and there's no issue. But the second Maddie flips a Balisong, it's like, holy shit, real shit, and then they just delete it. Welcome back, Norn. They banned some... I don't know what the exact reasoning is, but Maddie, aka formerly known as Oximity, now known as Perimity, her account got deleted, I think twice. And I mean, I don't really think it's much of a coincidence that Maddie's trans and got randomly deleted, probably because she was falsely reported multiple times by people who don't like that. Just a guess. I don't have anything confirmed. I'm just throwing something out there. It's a little interesting. Mako V5 opinion. It's kind of boring. I don't know. People die. That's a great point, Daft. They have recommended me videos which show cars going into poles, and no one could have possibly survived. But the second someone flips a Balisong, no, that's way too far. That is way too far. Fuck you. Instagram says fuck you, man. You've crossed the line. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand. Balisongs are a knife or a weapon, or they're dangerous in some way. Like, I get it. But then the next video I watch is some guy using an RPG in the middle of a field. It's like, okay, what are we doing here? I am fine with you saying that my thing is bad if you consistently apply that to everyone. Until you do that, I don't respect your rules. And I kind of agree. I don't think 13, 14, 15-year-olds should post videos flipping live blades. I don't think that's a super great thing to promote. Trainers, whatever, but anyway. Watch your Superfly video. I still want a Vixen. I mean, you can get I don't think the Vixen's under 400. I thought you were specifically looking for something that was under $300 to $400. I don't think the Vixen is that. I thought the Vixen was like $450 or $5. Yeah, I'm personally on the side because people have and still do. Yeah, just be consistent. That's all I'm asking for, man. People have and still do ask me, like, hey, my mom won't let me buy a live blade. What can I tell her to convince me to do it? And I always have to say, like, dude, your mom doesn't want you playing with knives. That is a perfectly valid and reasonable thing for a mother to have on her child. There is nothing I can tell you that will convince her to let you do that. How do I convince my parents to not be good parents? I don't know, man. The Vixen is $360. Go for it, man. Just because I don't like the Vixen very much doesn't mean you're not allowed to buy one. If they're being normal, open people who have an open understanding, know what they're new to the hobby, I'm fine with it. I don't really have a caveat. I just don't really enjoy. It's not that I don't think minors should be able to flip. I just don't think they should be able to promote it to other kids with a YouTube channel. I also hear this is probably more important. I don't think 13-year-olds should have a YouTube channel. Dude, I think you should be 18 minimum to be able to put yourself out on the internet. And even then, 18 is pretty young to be opening yourself up to the open criticism of the entire world, essentially. Then there's me who just got his son a toy plastic Bali. No. That's total. I'm totally okay with that. Trainers, plastic, whatever. Sure. I'm specifically talking about live blades. Social media is not a safe place. And not only is it not a safe place, it is not good developmentally on your psyche. I am 22 years old. My brain is 3 years away from being fully developed. And social media has still fucked me up in a way that I don't think I will ever really be able to get back. In terms of just processing and information retention and attention span and all of this stuff that social media is just rotting our brains away. And my brain is like kind of getting fully developed. Imagine the havoc that is wreaking on some 13-year-old or 14-year-old who is so much younger in the brain development cycle. It's really bad. But yeah, I've had kids in my chat start to tell me insanely personal stuff, and myself and others in chat have had to say, hey, you should not be revealing this stuff on the internet to strangers. You don't know me. I'm a stranger to you. I know you like my videos, but you do not know who I am. I'm a complete stranger to you. You shouldn't be telling me this stuff. I am so grateful that my parents instilled a deep understanding of what the internet is from a young age, like that it is dangerous and you need to be careful with your personal information. See you, Tex. Have a good one. Actually, speaking of leaving, we just hit the 2-hour mark. Might be it for me too. I'm genuinely curious if they still teach internet safety in schools. Did they ever? I only really have a recollection of my parents telling me stuff like that. And I was freaking, like, I was pretty online when I was, I don't know, 14 or 15. I had a group of online friends who were, you know, complete strangers to me. But I always was like, I would never tell them my real name. You never reveal any personal information. Like, that stuff was deeply instilled to me at a very young age. And I think it was my parents. I don't think school ever did that. They do teach it still? Well, that's good. Have a good one, Brandley. See you, Tex. Have a holy day yourself. They never did? Yeah, I don't have any recollection of receiving any of that in my... obviously, every school is different. Anyway, chat. I think that's going to do it. It's 12:40. We've been going for 2 hours now. I'm going to get going too. Spend a little bit of time to myself and then head out to bed. Thank you everyone for watching. I really do appreciate it, especially the people who were here for both Scott's stream and this stream. You guys are awesome. Rock on. Have a good night, good day, whatever it is, wherever you are. Have a good one. Make good choices, especially flip some good Balisongs. I'll see you on the next one. Later.